Hello everyone, this is Chase from Freakshack Gaming. First of all, welcome to the channel. It's been a long time since Justin and I have uploaded a video, so what better occasion than the first Halo Infinite flight, which launched today. And I tried to get on as fast as I could, but there were some site issues with getting the Steam key. Halo Waypoint was down for a very long time. After about 25 to 30 minutes, I finally got through, was able to get the key and install the game. And in this video, I just wanted to showcase some of the weapons that are available in the game, and some of my Academy performance. That's the first thing that I did as soon as I got into the game, because I wanted to test out the new weapons, get a feel for them, make sure my sensitivity was right. I had to bump that up before I started recording, just to make sure that I knew how to use the weapons before I jumped into a multiplayer match with the bots. But I thought I would do this quick video kind of showcasing all the different weapons and how they work and some of my thoughts on it. So first we have this Commando, as you can see, and it's got a lot of kickback, especially when you zoom in, but it's a really fun gun to use. I really like this. I like the way it looks and I like the sound. So it was a lot of fun, and as you see, I was able to get 3 stars on the very basic one at first. Next, I tested the Heatwave, which from what they've shown so far with the trailers, looked very interesting to me, and I really liked that it could shoot horizontal and vertically, so I just wanted to give that a try. It's a really cool weapon. I really like this one. I think it's unique. It's something that Halo hasn't really done before. So I was really excited to use this one. It's very powerful, as you can see, especially in the vertical orientation. And just how you can get like multiple players at once. It's a really cool weapon. Next, I wanted to test the Needler, because I heard that you don't really want to sleep on that weapon in this game. That it got kind of an upgrade, so I wanted to try that for myself. First thing I noticed is the fire rate is incredibly fast, which is very different. I can't remember if that's how it was in like 4 and 5. I didn't really play a lot of Halo 4 and 5 multiplayer, and I don't really remember Needler really being present in the campaign. Maybe it was. But definitely a very fast fire rate. So it makes it an interesting weapon. I do think it's probably one of the most interesting weapons in all of Halo. I don't think it's something that I'm going to regularly use, but I do like some of the changes made to it. I think it's really cool. Next, I decided to test the AR, and what can I say? It really hasn't changed much, in my opinion, from other games. It seems more accurate, I would say. And I do want to say that I like that every weapon has a little bit of a zoom. I'm glad that they didn't completely get rid of that from Halo 5. That's one of the things I did like about Halo 5 compared to the older Halo games. And that's just because if you play any other shooter, you know, you're used to aiming down the sights, and you know, it's not something that Halo really ever had, except for a few select weapons. So I like that they have a little bit of that in Halo Infinite, it seems, you know, I guess kind of a compromise between what was in Halo 5 and the older style of gameplay. So then I tested the Pulse Carbine. It's a very effective weapon. I can't say that it's like one of like my favorites or anything, but it's definitely an interesting weapon, and it's kind of fun to use in the Academy. So we'll see how I feel about it, you know, in like multiplayer and stuff. But it's definitely a very fast and powerful weapon.
Fantastic showcase of skill.
Next, I decided to try the battle rifle, which I'm really excited about because it looks a lot like the Halo 2 battle rifle, which is one of the best guns, I think, in all of the Halo games. So I wanted to test that out.
Go. Act fast,
Also, just a side note, with like the mountains in the background there. I hope I'm pronouncing it right because I've never been there, but that one kind of reminds me of Mount, I think it's Shooksan or something like that, up in Washington near Mount Baker. At least it kind of reminds me of that mountain peak. And I know that they modeled a lot of this game after the Pacific Northwest, since that is where 343 and Microsoft are located. That's just what that looks like to me. Like it might be modeled after the North Cascades. Anyway, loved using the battle rifle. Next, I used the Sidekick, which is the pistol in this game. And I have to say, I really like the Sidekick. You know, it has a very fast fire rate, and it's not too overpowered, and it's not really that weak either. It's really nice balance. I think it's a really nice weapon. I used it a lot in the multiplayer matches against the bots, and it handles really well. I got used to it after a few matches, and really enjoyed using it. So it's definitely a weapon that I see myself using a lot in game.
Fantastic showcase of skill.
Then I tested the plasma pistol, which I can't say I'm really a fan of the way it looks in this game. It just looks kind of odd to me. It sounds cool, but it looks kind of odd, and I feel like it doesn't handle that well. You know, it's not as powerful as some of the previous plasma pistols in other Halo games, so that's a little bit of a letdown. I wouldn't say it's bad, but it isn't quite what I would have expected or wanted.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now that's how it's done.
Now, the Bulldog, we've seen a bit of from the campaign trailer, the campaign demo that came out last year. So I was really excited to use it, and it's very powerful, very fast, different from the traditional Halo shotgun. So I'd be interested to see how this actually plays in multiplayer or campaign. Because it does work a little differently than the standard shotgun.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now that's how it's done.
So the skewer, I mean, after this year's demo during the Summer Games Fest and E3, everyone wants to try it, right? Very powerful, you know, one-shot kill, as long as you're accurate. I was not always accurate when I started using it in the multiplayer matches. It was one of the power weapons that you can go grab in the middle of the map, and I kind of sucked at it. But here, as you can see, super powerful one hit kill, and I can't wait to see how that works against vehicles. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to use. The Ravager is another weapon that I was excited to try, and I think it's a cool weapon.
Eliminate the targets.
but as you will see, I am not that good at using it. I couldn't kill that bot right there because it kept shooting behind it. So I've learned the proper way to use it, and I guess that's the whole point of the academy, is to get to learn how to use these new weapons effectively. So I'm really glad that it exists, and now I have a better idea of how to use it, because I was really struggling here, as you can see.
Be impressed.
And then, of course, we've got the Spanker. Wouldn't be a Halo game without it.
Eliminate the targets. 30
And as always, it's a lot of fun to use. I don't know if the Spanker is ever not fun to use. You know, it's a classic weapon, and I'm glad that they included it in the flight. So I hope you found this video interesting. I know I didn't really go into details about all the weapons, but I just thought I would record using them in the academy, since that's the first thing I did when I downloaded the flight, just to get a feel for everything. So hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be releasing some more videos here shortly.